About Serges Software Solutions. Serges Software Solutions is a South African software company, owned and run by Timothy Wood, a dyslexic who created the Poly Spell for You application for dyslexics, word blind, and visually impaired individuals. Timothy spent many years working in various commercial industries, where spelling and grammar were problematic, as there are many words that sound similar, and when using the standard word spell checkers found that although the word was spelled correctly, was used in the incorrect tense, and thus was a cause of embarrassment. Because of this, Timothy began to experiment with the idea of ways to making it possible to overcome this problem. At the beginning of 2022, Timothy hit upon the idea of a speaking spell checker and begun to teach himself to code. The Poly Speak for You program is the result of this. There are also various other programs in development for dyslexic persons, and we look forward to releasing the Polymath spreadsheet program by the end of 2022. Because Poly Speak for You has specifically been created for persons with disabilities, we will forego the general instructions and features common to all word and text editors. Instead, we will concentrate on the features and functions that make Poly unique to our disabilities. The features and functions are: enlarge menu buttons instead of menu ribbons. Enlarge font visibility, font Arial black size 12. This is one of the fonts that research has shown to be more user-friendly to persons with DWBVI, dyslexia, word blindness, and visually impaired. However, the font family function has been included, should you wish to use a different font. 4 zoom levels, which cater for the visually disabled. Speaking, spelling, and grammar checker. Tips and tricks to get better results. The use of spaces and single comma, double comma, full stop, and capital letters. The cat is black. It must be remembered that the PC voice is only as good as the writer. Therefore, it is essential that the writer remembers to use the best grammatical rules of conversation, as the written word is supposed to set the tone when conveying the message you are trying to deliver. Additional tip and tricks. The double comma example as follows: hello, Tom. Double spacing and double sentence spacing. When using Poly to get a voice that sounds human, we will use the comma and double comma to imitate the breathing of the writer. Example: I love the sunset over the beach on a winter's afternoon. I'm speaking far quickly. This sentence has been written very badly. In the first instance, a common issue with dyslexics is to miss a word. Usually the missing word is a common action word. In this case, the word is to. In the second instance, when this sentence was written, the writer, namely myself, Timothy, started talking before I had thought out the sentence, and thus delivered a message that had no real meaning, that anyone but the speaker or writer could understand. Because of my disability, I saw the sentence as correct and complete in my mind, and my eyes transposed the correct meaning. However, it was only when I had heard what I had written that I could see and hear my mistake. Tips, tricks to get better result. In this instance, I have forgotten a common word, and further I have also forgotten to end a word, thus making my sentence completely meaningless. Finally, the use of capital letters to start every sentence, and full stops are essential, because without them everything that is written is a mess and meaningless. The Poly Spell Checker. This feature is at the core of the program. This sentence is spelled badly on purpose. The Get Text button copies the text from the main text area to the spell checker. Upon exit, the corrected text is transferred back to the document. If you do not copy text to the spell checker, there is nothing to check. The spell checker form is now displayed. Upon exit of the spell checker, the corrected text is transferred back to the main document area. This concludes the tutorials. We trust that you have enjoyed this introduction to PolySpeak for You. PolySpeak for You is a software project of the Serges Software Solutions for Dyslexic and Word Blind Company. Located in Port Elizabeth, South Africa, operated and owned by Dyslexics. PolySpell for You. Proudly dyslexic. We dare, and because we dare we excel beyond expectations.